Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have a great show for you guys today, like always. So every week we do a weekly update and a weekend update. Today is the weekend update. So we have a really good, we're going to go over a lot of stuff. We're going to go over our normal stuff, but we're definitely going to jump into market caps of stuff because we kind of feel like the BRC20 market caps is a really good way of kind of seeing where everything's going and stuff like that. So and Yagobi does a great job every single morning of really digging in to the market caps and percentage wise from his last post from the previous day. So we're going to dig into that, and we're going to get into all the markets. We got some news coming. We got some news stuff that we're going to talk about, and some pretty big stuff in the works. So let's get the show started. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up? Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day. So we had a pretty good week. How was your week?
It was good, man. Really good. Just a lot of I feel like energy starting to come back in. Bitcoin's starting to get aggressive again. Where's it gonna go? We don't know, but we have a feeling. But then like the BRC20 markets are starting to get a little energized too. It's just kind of like sitting on edge a little bit, see what is going to happen here, right? So it's exciting for sure because you see everybody. It's always exciting whenever people's bags like grow, right?
So. For sure. I think the BRC20s are playing like red light, green light with Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, they're like, run, and then Bitcoin stops, they stop. You know what I mean? It's like red light, green light, and Bitcoin is the green light of the red light. So it's pretty cool in that way. I mean, right now we're sitting at 39,590, and so what are you thinking? What do you think is going to happen this week with that?
I think that we cross over. I think we cross over with 40K. So that was the first question I put on the thing. Will BTC break 40,000 this coming week? I think it happens. Does it happen tonight? Does it happen tomorrow? I'm not sure, but I think it happens this coming week. What about you?
We're about 9 hours away from the weekly close. And I think, a lot of traders and stuff like that, like I don't really pay attention to a lot of the TA type of stuff, but the weekly close is something that I do pay attention to because that really shows a lot, and it kind of can really give something momentum, and it can really take away some momentum. So to me, that's going to be a real telltale. So look out for that at around, I think it's around 7 p.m. Eastern time will be the weekly close. For UTC, I think that's 12 UTC. So I would definitely that's really going to give me the telltale.
Yeah. Also, need to see if any options and stuff are expiring this coming up week or anything like that as well, right? Like Friday. I need to look into that. I haven't looked into it, but man, one thing, if you notice, like, so the past 24 hours, we've had like an uptick in BRC20 market, right? You can tell, but what token led the charge there?
Definitely was Ordi, right?
Yeah,
Ordi
exactly.
Broke its all-time high. It went all the way up to what, $35?
Did it? Yeah. You didn't get to 40, right? Yeah.
No,
but yeah, exactly, right. So we saw Ordi take off, then the others kind of took off as well. So Bitcoin, Ordi, Sats, Trac, in my opinion, like those three will start to follow each other pretty quickly. Obviously, the BRC20s between each other, but this time it was a little bit of a delayed between Ordi jumping up first, and then Sats took a little time, and then Trac definitely took like and when I say little time, I'm talking about like 6 hours, 10 hours, because like everybody's expecting, oh my god, Ordi took off, like okay, everything now, you know what I mean? But that's just how it didn't work that way, but it's definitely that way now, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely cool because like over here in Ordinals now we have our own, because before it used to be everyone used to say like, oh, it's Bitcoin and then Ethereum and then the bigger alts. Over here it's like it's Bitcoin, Ordi, Sats, Trac, and then which is your number two, and then it would be like your other alts. It's really cool. I definitely like it, and it might even be Ordi be the number two, and then when Ordi gets that green light, then you see Sats and Trac and some coins like that start running as well.
Yeah, you have it within like a scope of what we think, perceptually. And then also if you zoom out the entire crypto DeFi space, you see it from a different level. So from us, you're right. Like we see it from Bitcoin directly to Ordi, Sats, and all these things because we're zoomed into our space. But zooming out, if you mess with all these other chains, now it's like, okay, there's a new component into like the big chart as well. And it's Bitcoin, Ordinals, BRC20, Ethereum,
Yep.
EVM, whatever, right?
Yep. And like people aren't even watching us yet, which is great because Ethereum chains, I mean, stuff really isn't moving yet. They haven't had any like 100
Excitement.
Yeah.
They haven't had any excitement for the past like month and a half, really, you
No,
know?
which is awesome. I love it. I love it, dude.
Yeah. They will get their moment, but it's
They might
gonna
not.
well, I think they're obviously gonna get it at some point. Like Ethereum goes up, then they get positively affected as well. But they didn't account for that whenever ordinals took off in the summer
Yeah.
because they were like, this is a fad, you know, it's just kind of like Bitcoiners aren't gonna allow this and blah blah blah, right? Every
Yeah.
excuse in the book. But at that moment in the summer, we were still in bear market mentality. And so when Bitcoin jumped up some, ordinals and BRC20 were still trying to form like this identity,
Yeah.
right? So it positively affected it, but it didn't positively affect it and sustain it in a sense like it is now because we're heading into this new year, the halving. Bitcoin ordinals and BRC20s have their identity like
Yep.
way more solidified than in the summer, and so now you're really starting to see the benefits of Bitcoin price action versus BRC20s and ordinal collections.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I don't
Yep.
know. What do you think about that take?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, dude. I completely agree. I mean, so
Yep, yep, yep. You want me to share the market caps for the
yeah,
how
just
it
jump
kicked
into
off?
mark caps.
Since
Yep.
we're talking about BRC20, so this is the daily update. You can see all my Twitter at Yagobiverse. This was at about an hour ago. You can see Ordi is at $663 million. So we're about like 330 million away from a billion
Yeah.
market cap, which it's going to happen, right? It's up 30%. Sats jumped up to 462 because Sats have been kind of straggling a little, or suffering, or not suffering, but like a little bit behind the
Yeah.
past week or two behind Ordi in terms of percent gain. So it's starting to catch up now. It's up 16%, and then Trac is up 24%. This was a big jump
24%.
up. Yeah, it broke $4,
Yeah.
right? So it hit its all time high, right?
Yep. It's over. Yeah. Past it.
Yeah. Someone asked us, no names here, but if Trac still has legs, I think that the legs are just starting to grow. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, I think so. For me, it's like with Trac is like I think the 100x days are kind of over. I don't think we see 100x from this. Like for Trac to hit 100x, it would be what $1 billion market cap.
Well, I think it could get to $1 billion
It could get
market cap, but
this
let's see.
cycle.
So yeah, 100x is no, it's not going to
Yeah,
hit 100x
exactly.
because
So
100x is 8.7 billion.
yeah, exactly. So I don't think 100x isn't, but if you're happy with a 10, 20, 30x, definitely that's your track. And it's not financial advice at all because you never know what could happen. But it's one of those things where it's like to me, it's like, if you wouldn't play it's I think track has become one of your safe assets now in Ordinal's place. Like if you just want to be safe with your money. I mean, for obviously in TradFi a 10 20 30x would be mind-blowing, but for here in crypto where everything's really risky, it's not as mind-blowing as it is. So to
Yeah.
me it's like those top I want to say I could say top 3 there on your OG tokens, Ordi, Sats, and Tracker,
Yeah.
your safe bets to
Well,
10x.
and when we say safe too, we're talking about like from the knowledge that we know in the space. It's still a
Yeah.
young space, so there's not, and that's something I just want to clarify on is that the information that we put out here is just for what our minds are thinking for
Our
ourselves. It's
opinions.
obviously you guys know it's not financial advice. We're all grown ups here. Do your own due diligence and research. But Shizzy has a point in terms of what we've seen from a consistent basis, right? Like
Yeah.
people have fudded Trac in the community, and it's at
Yep.
$4.18. And if you would have listened to that FUD at 20 cents, then I feel bad for you, right? But
Yeah.
because it's at $4.18 now. But yeah, to your point, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
No, it's fine.
yeah, top 3 right there. It looks really, really solid in terms of OG. What about the new? So we went over the top 3, but
Yeah.
the new Rats kind of picked back up some of its
Yep.
momentum, back to 78 million, up 13%. This one's weird. Mubi. I
Mubai.
don't Mubai. I don't. Do you know what it is? Mubai.
I have no idea. I feel
Yeah.
ashamed to say that, but I don't really know with, Mumbai, and there's another one I don't know. Is it was like Frack or something? What is it?
Fram.
Another Fram. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I didn't put Fram in there just because it's like the volume just doesn't
Yeah.
do it doesn't do very much. But yeah, I mean, looking at Mubai, they kind of hovered at like 20 million market cap.
Did they?
They don't go down really. And then they were at 30 million for like
Yeah.
4 days in a row, and now they're at 50. It's just I don't know. To me, I'm just gonna, be careful of that for now, just because I haven't
Yeah.
seen the back and forth, which is something that is natural.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Pin is something that's also kind of taken off recently, but it went from 10 to 20 million, but then now it's kind of just stagnant. Some other ones
And
here. Go ahead.
Pin is what is it? Is it unofficial token of the Pi
For
network? As a community token, right?
Yeah, we don't have
Okay.
clarity on that, but it is definitely a Chinese community type of popular token,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
um everything right now, there's a lot of energy, guys. Remember that. Like um the space has a lot of energy right now, and so people are going to be hyping stuff up, and marketing is going to be flowing in
Yep.
and stuff like that. But I found out Mubai is
Okay.
multi-bit bridge, unlocking liquidity for BRC20s on EVM networks. Another one that is looking to show utility on these other chains, but uh, yeah, it is also servicing a need. It's
Yeah.
liquidity for BRC20s. But yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Some other here, the new ones are a little bit more exciting to talk about, right? Because the energy is a little bit more here. You see all these fires over
Yep.
here, but MMSS is a big one. It's at 7.77 million market
Real
cap.
real quick with MMSS. So basically, it's the Korean. He's a cat artist, which is really cool. And he's gonna do something with this token. We don't know what it is, but if it's some ordinals art, maybe like a PFP collection with cats and stuff. I mean, it could be something pretty big, and I'm not sure what he's going to do for holders, but I'm definitely excited for this one, especially because it has like it to me it's what OXBT should have been, right? Like it was an art project with a BRC 20. So
Yeah, so holder count's pretty good for like minting out at like
yeah,
21 million, 6,300. It's at 37 cents. I know that for a while it was like fluctuating between 32 cents to all the way down to like 25 cents, and it
yeah,
shot all the way up to 46 cents last night. So we'll kind of have to see. The founder is definitely dedicated to making that project a success.
he's
So
dropping memes and stuff every single day. Like I there's no founder that's putting in more work than him. That
yeah.
in a community standpoint.
For sure. So I'm just gonna hit on at this point. I'm gonna hit on like the really big ones. So 32% increase with .com. This
Damn.
one is crazy. So it's like a almost kind of like a analytics type of project for the BRC20 space. There's
Yeah.
going to be some tools that are accessible as well. This has jumped up pretty big, 32%. Then you look at mice
Yeah.
jumped up
Damn.
357%, dude. That's crazy. It was at
Wow.
like 1.2 million yesterday. It's at 6.5.
That's insane.
Ghosty's up 55%. They announced a collaboration with Trac yesterday
Yeah.
on their Twitter,
Show us
and I
what
think go
So
ahead.
Track and Ghosty are collaborating. This is
Yes.
posted on both of their Twitters. And you want to get into this while we're sitting here?
Sure. Yeah. So it looks like they're gonna leverage Track Core and Tap really to be able to bridge some of these BRC20s over to the Tap ecosystem, and stake is what they're looking to do.
Yep.
They're just trying to add as much utility to the Ghosty token, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
But they had a pretty big jump up, 55% after that news.
And the thing they announced on our spaces yesterday that they're going to create a MoonPay competitor, which is pretty cool. And then that somehow going to bring that into what Ghosty is doing. So if you're not in our spaces, I mean that was alpha that was dropped, and that was pretty cool. And then it was pretty cool to see Benny and Ghosty kind of talking back and forth in our spaces. And then a few hours later they announced a partnership. So that was really awesome, and I feel like we are a part of that, like getting people to talk thing in our spaces. So that's really awesome. And yeah, so I mean that's another reason why I think you can see that percentage up that much. And we're I think together we're very bullish on that partnership, because now Benny doesn't have to build his own bridge potentially. He can kind of put that on Ghosty, and we could potentially see a tap the BRC20 bridge happen pretty quickly. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely it's one thing that sticks out to me is they're both in Germany,
Yeah.
right? So they could be, you know, in the vicinity of being close to each other and working close to each other like that. I don't know. That's just something that I'm you know, just speculating on. But also just know that Ghosty is also new, right?
Yes.
And a lot of
Very
these
new.
projects are new. So do your own due diligence. And for clarity, you know, I'm in Ghosty, I'm in Trac, I'm in a lot of these projects. So this is what we do. We cover the projects, we are in them ourselves, you know. So be an adult and do your research and make your own decision on
Yeah.
yourself. We don't need to spoon feed you guys like little children, right?
Yeah.
So that I just want to get that out of the way.
And Ghosty is not a decentralized bridge. There's nothing in their docs that say there's a decentralized bridge. There was some FUD being dropped by one person yesterday, and it was kind of ridiculous because it was just like what are you even what are you even trying to do? And so Ghosty is a service, right? They do not hold LP pools, nothing like that. There's like so the only way that things could go bad is if the thing blew up or whatever. So to me, the
You
FUD
have
was
that chance in
unnecessary.
every project.
Any type of service, like any centralized Ghosty is a centralized service,
Yep.
right? Using a decentralized methods as well, but they say it in their docs they are centralized service. So
Yeah, and if
to,
and they do charge a fee like most all business models in the
yes,
space. And if you don't like the fee, don't use the product. That's
yep. And
simple.
same thing,
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Magic Eden, a centralized service. Uniset, a centralized service, right? Like I don't understand the FUD here. Like I just
Well, yeah, I
get
mean, it
it.
doesn't matter about that. It's just more about like, hey, look, everybody's adults here. Do your
Yeah,
research. Do it.
sure.
Don't use us like some type of, you know, we're not gonna walk you guys you know, spoon feed you like children. So, anyways, mice, we just hit on that, up
Yeah.
357% on fire. Cats has kind of jumped back here, up 37%. Honk, my baby Honk, uh, trying to catch
2
up
mil.
here, up 7%. But yeah, so that's about it in terms of like the daily list that I put up here. So
Yeah.
go check it out. And that's it for that.
Yeah, so basically we just touched on mice, we might as well keep going with it. Mice is like 88% minute out. How do you feel about mice?
You know, honestly, I wasn't too crazy about it because
Yeah,
of rats. You know, I was just kind of like, dude, there's already a rats, right? So
yeah,
the Chinese zodiac is funny because it's like when you read the English explanation, it says it could be a rat or a mouse. And so
yeah,
I'm like, okay, maybe mice has a shot now.
yeah,
But yeah, it's at 90% minted out right now,
yeah.
90.06. So there's 100 million left to mint out. It's getting hot, I'll tell you that. There's 5,860 holders. So it's kind of following that same trajectory as
Yeah.
how rats was.
So to me, this could be big if the rats community adopts mice, right? So it just sounds kind of funny to say, but if the rats adopt the mice, then potentially there could be a lot of liquidity rushing in the mice, and there's the rats community is very strong. Like what I mean? It's really really strong. We had people come in our spaces yesterday and wanted to show it. So it's just one of those things where if the rats community and the mice community kind of get together and become one community, who knows what could happen to mice? You might see mice, potentially where rats is today, and rats a lot higher. So
Yeah, yeah. But when I think about that, like there's gonna be people like people are emotional whenever it comes to their bags, right? So
yeah,
there's gonna be some people that are like, don't go to mice, you know, stick with rats and all this stuff. So just, you know, just expect that to come. But
definitely.
hey, like this could definitely do some crazy rat stuff.
Yeah, for sure. What do you want to do next?
Let's see here. Do you want? Can you talk on this? Because you brought
Yeah.
this up to me.
Yep, definitely. I'll add my screener here. So this is something that we kind of like fell onto. Somebody told us about it. They're like Trickster Labs. So I started doing my due diligence into what Trickster Labs is, and they are basically a I want to say a DAO, but not really. They have a token on a different chain, and basically that token whatever they do as a team, the token somehow gets gets some type of holders, like they get some type of thing. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, none of that matters because so what happened was somebody gamer 123G, he was doing something. He hooked his wallet up to the wrong thing, and his wallet was getting drained. He was smart enough to message Trickster on Discord and say, "Hey, do not like at 2:50 a.m." He said, let me make it bigger for you guys. 2:50. I do not have time to explain right now. I need help. Please, how to front run." So he knew these guys were the guys that were front running the mempool and stuff like that. And so he hit them up, and one of the devs really helped them out a lot. So he Bitcoin booze was he had 2 Bitcoin booze, a Bitcoin frog, and a Bitcoin bitmap grail. So he was really worried about these 4. He wasn't really worried about anything else in the wallet. So these guys kind of helped him out, and I'll put this link in the show notes below, and you guys can take a deeper look at it. So they weren't able to save the bitmap grail, but they were able to double spend on the other 3. So this is kind of like what happened here. So this is something. Yeah, so basically this shows how the double spend happened.
And
And
that's so that was a map of how they front ran it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and everything is here, but long story short, Trickster Labs helped gamer keep his Bitcoin frog and his 2 Bitcoin booze. They were not able to save the grail, but they got him 75% of his stuff back, which is pretty cool. And I just want to bring them attention to that, and we're going to continue to bring attention to people who really help the space, and Trickster Labs is one of them.
Yeah. So I also want to give a shout out to Quarry, because he was a part of that. He was facilitating that situation, or like he was a part of
Yeah.
connecting and everybody in that. And so shout out to him and shout out to the Ordinal community, man. Like
Yep.
you guys saw someone that was in distress, that was trying to get someone was trying to scam him and get his wallet completely drained, and you went to their aid and helped them out, save a lot of money from
Yeah.
losing. So this is why I love this community, right? Is because of stuff like this. So shout out Corey,
Yep.
shout out to Magisat. That's what Corey is the founder of. Rare Sats and stuff, and man, they all came together. And I know I missed a couple names that was a part of helping that out,
Yeah.
but I love it.
And guys, if you guys see stories like this, please bring them to our attention. We would love to showcase them. Any type of hero in our ordinal space needs to get the spotlight shined on them. And at Ordinal Revolution, we want to do that. So
100%. Okay, so this is something that came across my timeline. Basepad revealed sneak peek of Launchpad.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this was pretty cool. Basepad, if you guys don't know who Basepad is, they are a project trying to be the very first Launchpad in the TAP protocol. And actually, they're not going to only service the TAP protocol, they're going to service multiple Bitcoin ecosystem protocols, but TAP is where they generated their native token and where they're going to initially plant their flag and really trying to solidify their brand, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to show a sneak peek here. You can see this will, obviously they have like some of the default text here, but I'm sure that this is the project section of what's going to be launched, and it shows upcoming projects here, and then they'll have different details and learn more here about the projects leading to the project page. And then you can see the dashboard. You connect to the wallet here. You see your tier level, allocation multiplier, APY in terms of staking. So this looks like the staking page. And then it'll show you how much boost you can stake. So they have 2 tokens. They have the base token that has 1,000 supply, and then the boost token that I'm not sure what the total supply is. There's a lot more, but you can generate boost by staking on their platform. So just wanted to, I guess, show the community what they are looking at in terms of like a UI perspective. And for someone that's in the digital marketing space, and I have been for over 10 years, in terms of website platforms and stuff, I can say that this seems like a pretty sleek looking UI. Obviously, I would have to mess with it, click on things and stuff like that to give a more thorough overall review. But more than anything, I think it's good to show their community, hey, look, we are building, and we're not just sitting here in the background twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah, because you built our website, right? So if you want to build something similar to that, how long would that take you?
Similar to what they built?
It's the exact same thing. If you built that,
This
front end.
So a front end isn't really isn't the problem, right? It's more of back end for this kind of site that would take a lot more time.
But that's kind of my point, though, is like we see the front end, but we want to see the back end next. So if
the functionality,
I would love to see, it obviously doesn't have to be hooked up to wallets. It can be hooked up to beta, like like a testnet version. But I would love to see that next if they could do that for us. Potentially, maybe we can have them on the show and stuff. But but if you want to show that on the front end, I'm just trying to give clarity of something like that. How long would that take you? You just want to get a snapshot of that?
So I don't know how much of this is custom, right?
Okay.
So you can cut corners with certain things using certain customizable template stuff. But this, I'm assuming that this is probably, I don't know. It could be templated a little bit because it has the defaulted words up there, or it could be custom. But anyways, that's not the problem. This is something that you could probably whip up in a week or two. But that goes for every project, though.
Yeah, that's true.
In terms of front end, back end is really what the delay is going to be.
But I'll definitely start getting more bullish on it once we see back end and maybe a test net. That would be awesome.
For sure, 100%. But the base token has definitely been doing. Man, it's been doing pretty good volume. Let me see. I just want to take a look real quick and see how much volume it's actually been doing here. It looks like
I'm gonna add your screen if you don't mind.
Yeah. So 60 total sales since inception of Ordinal's wallet selling tap tokens. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Total volume BTC. So they're right under 100K. That's not bad. You're looking at like the floor being $1,000 for these tokens, and it's gotten all the way up to like almost close to 2,000, and there's been 60 sales, right? So it's definitely moving. I'll tell you that. So people are interested in what they're building. But when you compare that to the highest volume, so base is right under 100K, and Gib, which is actually doing very well today, is right under like 500,000.
What is that 10,000 Gib going for? Go down a little bit.
$515.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's at the market cap. It's at its all-time high market cap too.
Yeah.
So, something to just keep in mind in terms of the base token. People seem to be intrigued by it because it's selling.
It is. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we had them on the show and everything. I'm really hoping everything pans out for those guys because that's something that Tap needs. So
100%. What you can pick the next topic we move to here.
Let's see. Trickster Labs. All right. So before the show, we had a call with someone from the council, and basically they just want to let us know that they're building over there and stuff like that. And they had some inside issues, but they're basically telling us everything's kind of cleaned up now, and they're going to be progressing pretty quickly. They're going to start their 21 sats X bases and stuff like that. We just want to give you guys basically let you guys know that that they're here again. So take that for what you wanted to say. What do you think?
So it was definitely a good conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like it was definitely a good conversation. They seem to be excited about some announcements that they've recently made as well with the PFP stuff, and the Launchpad information there's going to be some updates on that coming from what we were told. And the thing about the council is, we obviously have a soft spot in our hearts for it because it was one of the first projects that like really gave us a shot. Really, we're just two normal dudes that like started a podcast about something we're passionate about, and they at that point were one of the bigger projects that were like, hey, why not? Let's give these guys a shot. And so with that being said, we got to be transparent and stuff. And so for me, I'm still I need to see just that next like release of the Toshi pad, which seems to be possibly coming in the near future. We don't have anything set in stone. I'm excited about that if that happens, right? Because I think that the people that are in charge, which was the original, are still here and they've been here. They just needed to work out internal issues, like Shizzy said. And it seems like they've gotten that cleaned up and they're looking to move forward at this point. So we're definitely here for that if that's the case.
And I don't think they got their PvP project actually got a fair shot, because on the day of the launch, Ordinals Wallet had its only ever in the history Twitter basically got hacked, right? So I'm not saying anything happened with that, if there was any misdoing, but I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that it didn't get the fair shot for that reason. And they are this Friday, December 8th. They're doing it again on Ordzard. I think it's like 200 PFPs, and they're going for a certain price that I'm not really aware of yet, and that's could change anyway. So check that out this Friday if you're interested on Ordzard. And I think that it's okay to give people, not, I won't even say it's second chance, but just they are a part of our community. They were one of the first DAOs in Ordinals, so definitely want to see them succeed in many different ways. I'm not invested in them at all, so just take that with a grain of salt. But it's something that I think would be good for the space.
Yep, I agree. Same situation with me. I'm not in it, but could that change possibly? Just kind of watching them. I know that there's good people there. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, and like shout out the council, man. I think we should give them a second chance. But
Yep.
All right.
I think is that it?
Oh, should we save the Ordi rocks for the Magic Eden thing?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay.
Because we kind of all right. So should I stick with OKX?
Yeah, I mean, let's go Unisat. Let's switch it up.
Okay. We'll stay with Unisat for the weekend BRC 20 market update. We're switching back, guys. Here we go. All right, let me do a refresh here. Just make sure we got the latest and greatest. Number one, Ordi, no shock there. $32.57, creeping back up again, up 45%. Trac number two, $4.16. This guy, man, and then someone knocks this out. We're right at $4.32. Let's check out the holder count real quick. 2,688. See, guys, you don't have to have a huge holder count. You just got to be consistent with what you are producing there. So they are up 40%. Sats is down 14%. Interesting. Yeah. So to get 100 billion, you would have to pay. Let's see, 4 times 5, 20,625. So wow, that definitely jumped up. You heard the market cap earlier, though. It's up overall. It's just down from where it was this time yesterday. Ghosty is up 75%. Ghosty sitting at 21 cents, 33.
Nice.
333.
How big of a wall is that?
I think it's pretty big. Oh, not that bad. 5.
Oh wow,
5 blocks, and then we're at 22. Yeah, so
the 22 wall is short too. Look at that.
Yeah, we could easily get to 26 cents, and then so not too bad. They're up 75% though. Mice, and these percentages are going to be different, guys, than my market cap. Okay, this is I think this is a volume, but Mice is the interesting one. It's up 105% in terms of volume. So it's definitely the biggest winner of the 24-hour period. .com is up 32%. Pin is down 6.5%. DDMI up 65.51%. OXBT up 88.89%. So this is one that we didn't hit on very much earlier. It jumped from $4 million market cap to $6 million market cap. This is one just to kind of look. If you're really good at timing swing trades, this might be the token for you, but not financial advice there.
Is it messed up that I want OXPT to go to 0? Is that messed up? I hate it. I hate it.
I think you got some work to do, guy. You need some woo-saw because I mean, like I get it though. I've been in your position several
I got
times,
burned
right?
so hard by OXPT.
And that's the thing is like the emotions get entangled, right? And
It really
that's
does.
natural. It's natural,
Yeah.
right? So, but I think the best thing to do is try to work that out because hey, look,
It's a me issue, right?
yeah, and I think that like I will come across a situation to where I'm like that, and then you're gonna tell me, hey,
Yeah, no,
you
100%.
you need to work it out. So MMS up 1.76%, sitting at 36 cents there. Rats had a bounce back, but then like on the volume, it looks like it's down 1.35%. Roll up 5.56%. Fuchs, what the Fuchs are you doing? It's up 32.61%. Traverse up 53.33%.
Can you go into that real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks like it's
quick
sitting at
one.
that $1 million
Almost at
market cap.
zero.
Yeah, no, but it's up for the day though. Yeah, it's up for the day. I don't know, remember how it's up a good percentage for the day.
That's a
50%.
thin wall too. Look at that.
Is it? Yep. So five blocks here until we get to 1.1 million. By the way, guys, coordinating with them to get them on the show. So stay tuned for that. Pepe is up 26.67%. Mapo, this is one that it's kind of like Shizzy, like about OXBT, to where like I just don't like how they ghosted before. But hey, look, they're up 15.63%. I don't know, maybe they're actually trying to do something this
Do you want
time.
Mapo to go to zero?
Not to go to zero. I don't want to hurt anybody's like situation, So
No, I got you.
I mean, except for like evil people, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about more of like bag holders, right? I don't want to
Yeah.
hurt them. So BMP is down 11.03%. BTC, this one's weird. It came out of nowhere again, but like it's down 23.59%.
Tell me something. How is that a 3-digit ticker?
I don't know, man. They must have used some sort of emoji or something to. Maybe this is like an image, like the actual BTC,
Okay.
is an image or something. I'm
I was
not
curious
sure.
about that because you can't. There's no other 3-digit thing.
Yeah. Let me see if I
So
can just type that in and see. No, see, you
no.
can't type it in and pull it up because it's probably an image of the
Okay.
BTC, which smart by them if they did that, but you can't find it by searching it. So then maybe not so smart. Drag is up 681%. Gotta look into this one, man. I wonder what this is about. Probably some new project trying to say that they have use case that we've seen in that a lot. CSAS is up 16.67%. ETH is up 108%. Domo is up 22%. BTCS is up 9.13%. That is your BRC20 weekend market update. I guess I would just jump right into the BRC 420. Can we do that?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
Okay, so this is the metaverse bitmap marketplace. It's the largest one right here. You can see the blue box is the very first BRC 420 ever deployed. It's at $2,571. This got to like $2,800 yesterday. Remember, guys, this was minted out at 15 cents, the deployment. So it's this is huge. Then you have Bitmap Town DLC. This is one that we were looking at. This got up to $105, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of us got in at like $50 on this. It dropped all the way to 25. I think the deployment mint was at 25. So I think there was a lot of people that got in on this and it didn't move for a long time. So they're taking profits right now. But
Yeah.
I would keep my eye on this one, not financial advice, because the holder count is pretty large. It's the second largest holder count.
Yeah.
So this has opportunity to really move, in my opinion, like really move, but it's going to take some time for the first initial, people that weren't happy that it didn't move for a while to kind of get out of it, I guess. I'm holding on to the ones I have for sure.
Yeah, and you got to remember too is like this isn't just a blue box. You can actually use this inside bitmap.game, and that's the stuff. If you haven't seen my I'm 5402 bitmap. If you go into there, you'll see that I got bricks and refrigerators and cabinets and stuff like that. That's all in this DLC.
Yeah, so 611 assets you can utilize there. Then number 3 is Kingdom DLC.
I actually bought one of these.
Did you?
I was hoping I could use it in bitmap.game, but it's not
You can't?
inside yet. Not yet. I'm wondering if they're still collaborating with them, but I'm not able. I can't. It doesn't come up for me, and it says I own it. So
So DLC does mean that you should be able to add specific assets to your bitmap.game. So maybe Shizzy's right. There's some collaboration that needs to happen in terms of integration. But this is at $55.40. There's 50
yeah,
holders, so very small. So I would probably be very, very careful with this one.
I
10,000,
only bought one just so I can use it. Like to
yeah,
me, it's like kind of buying,
just to test it out.
yeah, it's like kind of like buying a skin for
Yeah,
Fortnite. It's like I wasn't expecting to get that money back. I just wanted to use it to build my
your
bitmap
world.
game. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then Citizen Zero, which is Blockamoto's character. This deployment was $13 or something. The floor is 257, so that's really cool. Dragon is at 71 cents. I think you can still mint this guy, man. I think you can.
Dollars, not cents, but yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, $71.22. Um,
You
but
can still mint that? It's still
I think
mintable?
so. Let's see.
Because when I searched it, it wasn't coming up for me.
Huh? Yeah, maybe not. Let's check the mint page here.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
it's so crazy that people are buying these on the secondary for. Oh, maybe the gas. Maybe the gas,
Oh,
dude. Yeah, maybe the gas. But that's pretty cool. Like you can test it out.
oh
I figured
wow.
out Jeffrey, that was smart. Their team brought this in so you can test it out before you buy it.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it has to be the gas. That's why. And then you have the Meta box here at $45.40, and that will be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you got Meta Rats here at $26.11, 7. Pedestin Zero, $49.42. This is also part of the Blockamoto. I think this also was a $13 deployment, but this pet follows Blockamoto around. You have your Pepe Zeros at $5.54. This was a 50-cent mint. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, last one is the Batman at $15.31. That's the top 10 there. And then, as always, we go over our deployments that we did, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You
And
can
guys,
use,
these are not investments. These are solely to be used in bitmap.game. Just want to put that
yeah,
out there.
this is just for you to enjoy using in your game. You can walk around with Resident Yagobi. We have 22 holders. You can see walking around here. But yeah, so there is Resident Yagobi, and then you can see on page 3 there should be Resident Shizzy. Shizzy has 8 holders. Got a new holder there, Shizzy. So congrats
Ooh,
there.
thank you.
But yeah, and as I mentioned before, I am getting together the tutorial on how to actually deploy these things. I know how to. Obviously, we know how to do it. We did those ourselves, but I want to do that for you guys, so you guys can maybe do that for yourself too. You
Yeah.
can deploy an asset on there.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's it
something
for
that we
the.
talked about this week. We might not do interviews this week. We do have an interview potentially coming up with IMSO Chris, but we're going to start doing tutorials. We're going to start walking you guys through. Maybe we'll walk through the marketplace, the BRC 420, walk you through the bitmap.game and how to maybe go from buying to using and something like that. So that'd be pretty cool to where you can actually use these avatars, and we'll walk you through how to use the DLCs and stuff like that. So I think that would be more helpful to you guys right now, and potentially be more fun for me and Yagobi. I mean, we love talking to people, but it'd be cool to just mess around and have some laughs and stuff like that. So
100%, dude.
do you want to show the other ones, the zombie and stuff?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
We don't need to show that. But if you're interested, just search up Zombie Yagobi, which is my PFP. I deployed that as a experiment, so
Yeah.
you can use that avatar as well.
All right, guys, I'll take you over to the non-fungible token part of ordinals. We got Ordo Maxi Biz sitting at
Woo!
0.5. Still that's holding that half a Bitcoin, bro. What do you think about
Well,
Ordo?
point five looks better than 0.5 looked 2 days
Yeah.
ago. That's for sure, because BTC's looking like trying to crack 40K. So
It's
that
almost $20,000 for Ordo
I know
Maxi Biz.
it's crazy, right?
And we got
Frogs jumping top, yeah.
yeah, Bitcoin Frogs at an all-time high here at 0.1799. You could say it's 0.18. Huge for the Frogs. How you feeling with the Frogs?
I mean, same. Song, different day, in my opinion.
100%.
They're just such a staple. I think we're gonna be. They're still we're still going to be shocked even more as frogs climb up.
Yep, definitely. Sub 100K. These are pretty cool. If you wanted the sub 100K, Magic Eden made it easy for you. You just kind of go in and you can get them this way and stuff. But these are not like collection. It's just here and there. So that's pretty cool. Going back to Magic Eden, Ordy Rocks now sitting in that 4th spot.
Crazy.
I actually I have one of these because I went to do a giveaway. I got them at like 0.002 for the giveaway, which was like $70, and now that it's up a lot. And I bought 2 because I bought 1 to give away, and then it was on a different wallet. So I was like, whatever, I'll just buy another one to give away. So now I have one, and it's pretty cool. So
wait a second, dude. First of all, dude, that giveaway is worth $450 right now. Congrats to the winner. That's why you don't miss our lives. Don't miss our lives.
Could have made $400 by just watching our show last Friday. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, I bought it for $70 that night, so.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Crazy, man.
Bitmap sitting at 0.0019. Really got up to 0.0022 yesterday. It looks like some people are flooring them. Oh, look at that wall though. It's a 2 bitmap wall to
0.2.
Yeah, 0.2.
Yeah.
Usually it's a lot bigger. If it's a wall to, it looks like okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. It can get back to 0.22 pretty quickly if 30 or 40 bitmaps replied.
Wow.
What's up? What are you saying?
The 4 digits are jumping.
Let's jump into that.
They jumping.
So categories, if you wanted a 1-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around what's that? 6
Oh my god.
6 Bitcoin.
Wow.
And you can only buy 1. So, and if you wanted a 2-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.66. If you wanted a 3-digit, nope. Hold on. What am I doing here? Categories. Something got messed up on me. Hold on. Okay, if you wanted a 3-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around almost 0.1, which is what, about $3,000.
Yeah.
Right. So 0.094. If you wanted a 4-digit bitmap, you're paying around 2, 3 for a 4-digit.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's almost $1,000.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Got some damn.
You wanted a 5-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.002, which is 2.3, which is about 10% above floor. That could be actually some pretty good ones there. All right, jumping back to Magic Eden.
See, the 4-digit bitmaps not long ago, those were like at like $80.
I know. Now they're
crazy.
Well, everything 10x. I mean, the 4 bitmaps were at $12, $30. So now they're at So I mean, when the floors they jump up, the other ones do as well. Cursed bitmaps. Bitmaps. Cursed ordinals. So these Jubilee is weeks away. Jubilee will stop all cursed from incoming. So these whatever's here will be here. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Ordibots. So this was a collection that came out last week. It was the first one to really show the mempool wars. And mempool wars was basically people snipers, really front running these, and that's why these things are really down right now. I think this is a really cool project, especially because where's the info? How do I get the info from here?
What are you looking for?
I just gotta click on her. Yeah, never mind, I got it. So basically, they are a 3D digital art on Bitcoin, thanks to integration into AR. So potentially, these are going to be like an AR type of project. There's a team building behind it, so I think that's really cool. We'll jump over to the sub 10K is 0.06. Bit Apes by the Bored Ape Yacht Club members sitting at 0.0078. The Ghosty Hong Kong sitting at 0.035.
Shout out base.
Shout out the base community. Shout out the Ordinal support desk. These guys are really putting in work over there. Node Wizard sitting at 0.00245. This is a newer project. I think this is
I don't know.
Click that, right?
What's the inscription number? 45 million. Yeah, so it's newer. It's almost kind of like they're trying to take the Node Monkeys style and incorporate it into Wizards.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we have, not last but not least, the Bitcoin Punk sitting at 0.042. And that is your non-fungible update. What do you want to do next? We kind of went over the Ordi wallet already. I mean, Ordinal's wallet, the tap tokens.
Yeah. Well, I can actually touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
With my my update, because there's not many of those tokens, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So just to kind of go over the tap protocol tokens here. This is from like an hour and a half ago. So you can see Gib jumped up 67% at a $3.3 million market cap. So it's really on fire. Ordify is one that I've been watching. It's on fire as well, up 14%. Based is down 4%, but this is a little misleading because the volume's been really good on it. So it's not that big of a drop anyways, but Santee is up 67%. Kind of shocked to see that. That jumped up though. Bitmap is still sleeping. No movement there. Tap Exchange still sleeping. And Ago, however you want to pronounce that, is up 24%. And that's pretty much it, guys. You know, the volume is slowly increasing, but the big winner here, in my opinion, is Gib, because it was kind of sitting there doing not too much, and it jumped up really, really big there. But so that's the tap protocol update there.
There you go. I think we touched on everything.
Yeah. Touched on everything. We're pretty good. Guys, remember, we do have a membership group. So you can join our membership group if you would like to just kind of pick our brains a little bit deeper, as well as just know what's going on, like with Ordinal Revolution, from a community standpoint. If you don't want to, doesn't matter. Like we're you know, we all consider you guys all our community anyways. But it's just there for you if you want to.
That's just additional information. We talk about what we do personally in our personal portfolios. We talk about things that we're looking at, things a little bit more risky that we don't want to put on this channel. So if you guys wanted that information, that is over there. And if you cannot see it on an Apple device, sometimes it doesn't show the join button. But if you go to a PC, you can see the join button on the top of our YouTube channel. But yeah, that's just, you know, some of the stuff that, you know, that we're doing, and, you know, that helps the show. So if you guys want to help us out that way, that is one of the ways to do it. So we appreciate you guys. If you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, and all that stuff. Every streaming audio place, we're on there. And yeah, guys, appreciate it.
Yep, and look out for some interviews possibly coming this week. We're trying to get some things scheduled, and then we'll announce our live for this week. And that's pretty much it. We appreciate all the support as always, and we will check y'all next time.
See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.